Like to say all praises to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders, apostles at Greatmillstone. Honors to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father. The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 1. And it came to pass, when Yahawashi had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities. Now when John had heard in the prisons the works of Christ, he sent two of his disciples, and said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Go and show John again those things which you do hear and see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. The lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. So who is that? Who is Yahawashi talking about? Who did Yahawashi go out and restore their sight? Who did Yahawashi cleanse from being a leper? Who did Yahawashi say, get up and walk, no longer are you lame? Who did Yahawashi give the ears to hear? Who did Yahawashi raise the dead up from? Who was the poor that the gospel was being preached to? To the Israelites. That's who he was going to. And said, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Whosoever or what? Whosoever of Israel. Blessed are they whosoever in Israel that's not offended in me. Alright? And a lot of you Israelites are offended in Christ. Because you believe in the other Christ. You believe in the other white meat. Alright? So when you hear the truth of Christ, which is a dark-skinned man out of the tribe of Judah, which if he walked the earth today, he would be a so-called Negro. When you hear his words and what he stands for, you get offended. Alright? Because it's against everything you was ever taught in this captivity. Alright? By you following religion, you done became pussified, soft. Alright? But Yahawashi is an austere man, hard, rough. So when these scriptures say these Edomites and these heathen nations, these other heathen nations are going into slavery for the captivity that they put his people in, guess what? It is what it is. That's what it's going to be. Verse 7. And as they departed, Yahawashi began to say unto the multitude concerning John, What went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. Exactly. So all you people that like to think that the people that know the scriptures are wearing soft raiment, guess what? Yahawashi say, hey, they in king's houses, meaning they with the government. They in the house of the government. And Yahawashi ain't with this world, man. So he definitely ain't with the government of this world. So all you people that's stuck in religion, following these men with these nice suits, listening to all these soft words, guess what? You're following the ways of the world, and those soft words and those soft raiments gonna get you deaf. Verse 8. But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in the king's house. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yeah, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and the violent take it by force. Exactly. So all the way from back in the ancient times with Moses, all the way up to right then when Yahawashi was walking the earth, he said that the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. Why? Because the kingdom of heaven is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And y'all forever going into captivity. Why? Because we always turning our back on the Heavenly Father, which is Yahawah. And then it said, and the violent take it by force. And who was the violent? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Alright? And these other heathen nations that had our people in captivity at once upon a time. Verse 13. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you will receive it, this is Elias, which was to come. So John is Elijah. Alright? Elijah is John. It's called reincarnation. Same spirit, different vehicle. Different, when I say vehicle, I mean body. Okay? Same spirit. So when Elijah died, his spirit went back to the Father, came back to earth in a different body, and they named that body John. Alright, so John is Elias, reincarnation in the scriptures. Whether you could get it or not. Understand it, believe it, or don't matter. Truth is the truth. Verse 15. He that have ears to hear, let him hear. Exactly. If you got the ears to hear what I just said, then you're going to understand it. So let you hear. But those that can't, oh well. Moving on. Verse 16. But one shall I liken this generation. It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you and ye have not danced. Exactly. I'm speaking this word unto you, these scriptures, this truth unto you, but you ain't dancing. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans so-called ain't dancing. Come to tell you that you the true Israelites, that Yahawah only loves you and care about you and sent his son Yahawashi back to die for your sins, and all you could do is try to take up for the other nations and try to save the other nations instead of trying to save yourself, man. So you ain't trying to dance, man. You trying to do other shit. We have mourned unto you and ye have not lamented. Yeah, we mourning unto you, telling you come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, so we could get out this captivity, so you could no longer be at the bottom of the totem pole. So you back at the top of the totem pole. But guess what? You ain't lamenting, man. You like it. You like to be so, man. You like this captivity. You like being at the bottom of the totem pole, man. You like being stepped on by these other nations, man. Here it is. You getting gunned down every day. No justice being served unto you. And you just like it to be so, man. Here it is every day. You eating all these damn GMO foods that ain't real food, that's engineered to kill you, but yet you ain't lamenting. You like it to be so. Here it is every day. Your kids being taught bullshit in school, not knowing who they are, just getting more lost, having demons put on them, having them think that certain things are true when it's really false, and getting programmed to follow Satan, but yet you're not lamenting. You ain't got no problem with it. Niggas is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you 2/3 are fucking finished, man. Y'all love to be in this captivity and care not about getting out of it, man. Y'all want to keep following Esau, keep following this American dream, man. But this shit is about to turn into a nightmare, man. Verse 18. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil. Exactly. John came neither eating nor drinking, just preaching the word, and they say he got a devil. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like today. No matter what, the true men of the Lord, when they get on the streets and preach this word, no matter how they come, y'all gonna say he preaching hate. He that ain't the Bible. He just preaching hate. He a devil. That's demon talk. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous, a wine-bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of her children. Exactly. So Yahawashi came totally opposite. He came eating and drinking. And y'all still talk shit when he speak the truth, man. Cause 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all do not want to get in line, man. Y'all want to stay doing what you want to do. Y'all want to stay in the spirit of Esau. Esau has the spirit of what? Of do as thy will. That's Esau's spirit. Y'all 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is up under that same spirit, man. Y'all do not want to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments. You don't want to form yourself to the law, statutes, and commandments. You want the law, statutes, and commandments to form to your lifestyle, which that ain't gonna happen. All right. So basically, you just want to live how you want to live, just like Esau. But wisdom is justified of her children. All right. So when you look at your children and you see how wild they are, it's because of your wisdom. So you're looking at your kids and seeing how your kids wilding because you got the wisdom of the world. You ain't got the wisdom of the scriptures. You ain't got the wisdom of Yahawah and Yahawashi. Because this wisdom teaches us Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans how we should be in this society. But y'all are going off the wisdom of this world, and look how our children are behaving in this society. Verse 20. Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. Woe unto thee, Chorazin. So it said destruction unto thee. So Yahawashi going in on these 2/3, man. Because he done did all this work, and yet none of these people want to repent, man. Meaning they didn't want to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. They want to continue doing wickedness, man. Living the ways of the world, which is Esau world. That's who was ruling. That's who's still ruling. Even when Yahawashi was way back then, was ruling with the Roman Empire. Now you in the new Roman Empire, which is America, Babylon the Great. Alright, so the same people still ruling, and we still got the same shit going on. Well, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans want to keep going with the ways of the world, man. Instead of coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Father, man. So Yahawashi got pissed, man, because he doing all this work, preaching this truth, and these niggas can't get it. So it said, woe unto them, destruction unto you. Chorazin, destruction unto you. Woe unto thee, Beersheba. For if the mighty works were done, and you have been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. Exactly, man. And that still go on to this day, man. Yahawashi doing all these great miracles, trying to wake you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans up back then, and yet y'all couldn't get it. Y'all didn't want to get right. But what did he say? He said, if I went to these other heathen nations and taught this message to them and healed them, they would have repented a long time ago. They would have been got right. And that's the thing. So we would have brought this word. If it was vice versa out here, and we was preaching this word into the white man and telling the white man that he the true Israelites, and that the book is just for them, you think the white people be standing out there? Well, hold on. What about the blacks? What about the so-called African Americans and the Mexicans? Hell no. They could give two shits about y'all. They'll be trying to get themselves straight, repenting in sackcloth like the scriptures just said. But what you Negroes do, what you Latinos do, what you Native Americans do when y'all hear this truth, y'all want to go say master. Y'all want to worry about master more than you want to worry about yourself. And then when you hear the scriptures about master can't make it, You get all pissed off and start calling the people, calling the men, the prophets that's out there trying to save you. You start calling them liars, mocking them, saying they stupid, they dumb, cussing them out. That's what you dumb ass 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans do, man. Make no damn sense. Verse 25. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you. Exactly, man. So in the day of judgment, all you 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that can't get this truth, that want to save the so-called white man in these other nations, when this judgment hit this earth, hey, it's gonna be, man, it's gonna be terrible times for y'all, man. Y'all gonna feel it. Verse 23. And thy Capernaum, which are exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For in the mighty works which have been done in thee, have been done in Sodom, it will have remained until this day. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee. Exactly, man. So if this work was done in Sodom and Gomorrah, the Sodomites would have believed in change. Make no sense, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all need to wake the hell up. But you know what? Only 1/3 and the elect gonna wake up. So, you know, it is what it is, man. All of Israel can't get this. So two-thirds of y'all gonna be put to death, man. Simple, plain, point blank, period. Verse 25. At that time, Yahawashi answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Exactly. So these, like I said before, these people that you see in these pool pits and these soft raiments, alright, these people that you see that then went to school for 25 years, doctored this, doctored that, they ain't got the truth, man. This was hidden to the wise and prudent, man. This thing is revealed unto babes, man. Meaning men that didn't have to go to school for 25 years. Alright, that ain't gonna have on no damn nice clothing. Alright, driving nice cars, living in big houses, man. This thing is given onto babes. The low. Verse 26. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight, all things are delivered unto me for my Father, of my Father. And no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Exactly. So that's why you have to, when you pray unto the Father Yahawah, you have to go through the Son, Yahawashi. Because all things were given unto the Son. Alright? And all things are delivered unto me of my Father. And no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father have the Son. And he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. Exactly. So that's how you get the truth, man. You have to go through Yahawashi. You have to believe on Yahawashi in order to even start to come to the true knowledge of the scriptures. If you have not the Son, then you have not the Father. Alright? And if you have not the Son, then the Son can't reveal unto you the things which the Father giveth. Alright? That's what the scripture is saying. Verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Right, take my work upon you and learn of me. And what's the work? How do you learn of Yahawashi? The scriptures. Alright? Teaching the scriptures and reading the scriptures. That's the yoke, and that's how you learn. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your soul. For my yoke is easy, for my work is easy, and my burden is light, which means responsibility, and my responsibility is light. Alright? And what's the responsibility? Preaching the word. All right, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And what's the work? The work is preaching the scriptures and learning the scriptures. So with that said, all praise to Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders at Greatmillstone. Shalom.